Portrait of Eigg is a window into an island community. It's through my lens of my experience, which was a year on this island. And for me, it means a real deep, rich well of portraiture and connection. I was here to not just take their photographs, but to learn and understand and to be a part of the island's life. The project title, As I Found Her, came about because, first and foremost, I was referring to the island. The island, the Isle of Eigg, is a feminine name. I wanted it to be about the femininity of the island, but also like the approach of my work, which more often than not, it's just about capturing people in their most natural state. So when I first arrived, I didn't know where anybody lived, where anything happened, and I sat staring out the window there for like 3 hours, just biting my nails and wondering what I could do. And it dawned on me that I should go see Maggie Fife, the only person I'd spoken to before getting to the island. And over a cup of coffee, she was encouraging me to go to the tea room because it was a sunny day, it was Friday, it was late afternoon, and that no doubt most people would be there. I went outside and it was rammed full of people sat on various picnic benches. And it's so ridiculous to think about it, but I stood there with my beer and I was like, hello everybody, my name's Danny North, I'm here to make this, and everybody just looked around at me, rightly so. So they shook their heads and then carried on talking. I was like, what did I do? And like my heart sank into my boots. And then there was this one fella who saw me, and he had the most kind and beautiful face that was just full of like pity. And he waved me over, and actually we became great friends, and George and Sarah and Maggie became such an important part of my experience on Eigg. There's a lady called Donna who lives on the island. She, on the map, Ordnance Survey map, made notations of where everybody lived. And that map was like the code to starting the project for me, because now I knew where people lived and the people I'd met in the pub and started to build relationships with and friendships. I could knock on their door and they knew who I was. There isn't a photograph in my project that I didn't sit down and have, a couple of hours conversation before we even began, before the camera was taken out of the bag. Photographs quite often throughout my life have just been a means to meet people, and they're like a byproduct of what it is what I set out in the first place, And the community on Eigg was calling me because I longed to be a part of it. What I saw happen really was that the importance of that body of work to a time in this island's life, it superseded anything that I'd intentionally wanted to do. And then whilst I was here, it became this monument, a testament to community and to the importance of a snapshot in time. I suppose the Portrait of Eigg has become a few different things, like what I wanted it to be and what it is are two very separate things. What it is it resides as a book in the museum of the island and an important document to the people that live here. For everybody else outside of the island, it's a window into a community that is really tight-knit and on a really personal level. I spent a lot of time, and the love that I have for the island and for the people, I hope really cuts through into the photographs. And if nothing else, people can see that as a document of a community and not just a collection of portraits. That's what it means to me. It's the story of an outsider that becomes a local, and like the journey, when I look at it, that's the journey that I went on. And the beautiful thing is, for the islanders, when they look at it, it's the story of them and what it means to be part of this community.